Fat bike season is upon us. So we're gonna see how conditions are today. Got a little bear grease ready to rock. Oh, this thing's kind of awkward getting out of the truck too. Got the flask full of whiskey. There we go. Man, I haven't been on this bike in over a year now, about a year. All right, getting on trail, pretty good so far. Little teaser. Looks like not a lot going on Sourdough, so we're gonna head west, keep going up towards Buchanan. Despite what it looks like, it's a pretty narrow track, pretty soft once you get off the center. Pretty good though. All right, there is Middle St. Vrain Road. This is Buchanan Pass. You notice a lot of early season snow when the stairs are all packed smooth. Oh, almost. And it is pretty deep over on the side. Good snow so far. Still climbing. Had to walk the stairs right after the bridge, but got right back on and everything's been good so far. Stoked. Made it up to the first meadow. Doable. You can feel it's skinny. Really wind blown. Handlebar rock. Ooh, Not quite. Soon. A little bit slippery. Surprised we made it this far. Trail looks like it's still in pretty good shape here too. I'm gonna keep on trucking. Well, you kind of see here we're kind of at the end of the line as far as what's rideable. There's a huge snag here, not really a huge snag, but there's two trees down and they're both probably 18 inches. Looks like that's where everybody's turning around. About halfway between Handlebar Rock and the waterfall. All right, this is what we're gonna do now. Brought my snowshoes, so if I can be smart enough to be able to detach these from my backpack, we'll be all set. Gonna go pack some trail. Well, I parked the bike and got my shoes on. Let's do a little stomping here. Just ran into another fat biker. Said there was another gentleman up here with snowshoes stomping it in, so probably get packed in here pretty soon. There's a moose here, and it looks like this is where it came in. And heard he had kind of destroyed this part of the trail. So hopefully we don't see a moose. This is cool. Getting pretty close to the falls. And just ran into our homie Joe, whose bike is at the falls, and he's snowshoeing exactly backwards from what I'm doing. So I would say thanks to some Lions peeps, sucker's gonna be good to go here when we're done. Stoked! Made it to the waterfall. Made it to Joe's bike. Didn't see a moose. Windy up here. I don't think we're gonna dally. Probably gonna just bust it, turn around, get back to the bike. About 5 o'clock. Gonna be pretty windblown tonight. Well, we made it back to the bike. It took about an hour. More importantly, made it back to this. Getting chilly, so gotta have something to warm up a little bit. It's a tight squeeze sometimes. Ew! Huh, good thing the snow's thin. Alright, Buchanan Pass. Should be mostly good now. Back to sourdough. And fat bike tracks. Cool. Nighttime is actually really a great time for fat biking. You don't need a lot of light because the snow is really reflective. There's generally no people out. And at night, it's still colder. Snow's usually a little firmer too. Made it. See if there's any cars here other than mine and Joe's. There's Joe. There's New Blue. Well, first fat bike mission of the year. Gotta say, that was a success. Thank you, Bear Grease. You did great today. Right, just like last time. Heading up a little better than how I started. That is the name of the game.